Hey y'all. So I'm taking some FAA, full amino acids. I haven't taken it in a while, but it's like made to be sipped on during the workout. You know, amino acids are like the building blocks of protein. It's really sweet, and I kind of try to get away from doing a lot of like supplements that have a lot of flavor in them, like sweet flavors, like really tart flavors. I don't know. I'm not really into those right now. Like my creatine is just unflavored, so I could just drink it down. Like it's not a big deal, but you know, it is what it is. Like this one is really sweet. It even like almost like stays on your teeth if you don't like wash your mouth out or whatever. I went to the chiropractor twice, and you know, he said I do have like a little bit of alignment issues, like my spine a little bit. 'Cause I've been overcompensating. Like I've been overcompensating sometimes with my shoulders. He's like, this shoulder he thinks like sits like a little bit forward than this one. Overcompensating with my pelvis and all of that stuff. There's some safer exercises to do during like a corrective phase, because if you just keep doing the same movements where your body has overcompensated, then you're really almost you're going against the corrective phase. You know what I mean? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like moderate weight dumbbell shoulder presses. So let's just see. I don't have a lot of time either because I actually have my appointment after this. But you know, things may look a little different, and that's why. So we're gonna see. There's just so many other things that I can do. That's why it's not even that big of a deal. But you know, when you read about it, it's like if you've already had a misalignment issue and you get in the gym, and that's where I kind of discovered it. I never, like, see me walking around and stuff, like normal daily routine activities are not necessarily going to show some of these things. But if you have these imbalances, the gym almost like reinforces them and solidifies them even more, where you're going to need more correction if you don't identify them and correct them. So he's like, you came at a good time. And so I haven't been complaining on the videos. I just been letting you know what's been going on, how I've been feeling and stuff. But all right, let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and, yeah, I mean, I got like probably like an hour and 15. So I'm gonna just warm up with, I'll just warm up with like 15s. I usually warm up with 20s. But here's the thing. When I like read, like, you know, just you're not going to be able to go like heavy on certain things that could misalign your spine, because it's just going to counteract what you're doing in, you know, your correction if you're doing chiropractic. So it's like stuff like they said, instead of doing like overhead press, standing overhead press, or overhead press like that Viking press and stuff, like standing, where you could easily, if it gets heavy or you start to fail, like overcompensate with another side, that can lead to like this misalignment again, right? Like, so you're just like working against it. So it's like stuff that has support. So like I have a back support here and I'm seated. So it's just like keeping things more aligned and stable, right? So I've been like learning, I've read a lot of stuff like last night. I'm always like reading stuff. I'm gonna start with the 30s. It's like moderate weight for me. That's moderate weight. But I'm gonna just try to control, very controlled. Not like a whole bunch of power like I've been doing, like just like going for it. And make the best out of a moderate weight. Because look, I don't wanna have all these issues when I'm older, because I got in the gym and I just was like doing stuff and I already had misalignment issues, and then I just kept compounding on top. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would I do that? Like, why would I consciously know? Now that I know, I can do better, right? I mean, I'm not in any pain. That's the thing. Like, I was trying to tell him, I was like, I'm not in pain per se. Like, it's just like when I'm in the gym, there's just certain things that feel like they're being exacerbated. So it's kind of like, do I want to mess around with that? And then if you notice with the lateral raises, I was going slow at 15. I can do 20, you know, it was like a lot of like power and force. But I try to just control those on the way up, control them on the way down. Anyways, I'm doing a lot of talking. I do gotta like keep moving swiftly through, but I'm just kind of like explaining to you that I'm kind of really being cautious and conscious of certain exercises for this particular workout and moving forward. And we're gonna kind of see how that pans out. All right, so I was like really slow. And you know, you slow it down, you wouldn't think that it would just like cause you to, you know, it already starts burning, you know, that fire. And like, I really didn't even do that many reps, but it's just time under tension telling you. So I'm gonna kind of play around. I never really had that approach. I was just like, slip the weights, and as I get stronger, I just keep lifting more, I keep pressing myself, and just power through, right? That's fine if you don't have any like issues or whatever, like I do. Well, I even searched it. I was like, do people find out that they have like alignment issues in the gym? Is that like a common place to find it? And they're like, yeah, because normal day activities, some stuff can be like very slight or subtle. And when you're in the gym, you're going through ranges of motion and things where everything does need to actually be aligned, especially like both sides of the body, you know? So it's very interesting stuff. Remember, it's all control. It's like psyching me out a little bit, because it's like almost like feeling like I can do more than this, right? But when you slow it down and you really are up there with the weight at like a slower tempo, it really starts to like fatigue and work. It's that, don't take it for granted. Don't sleep on time under tension, because I've been sleeping on it, really, because I'm just like, and look, like, who wants to take forever at a set? Who wants to slow it down so much? But realistically, like, all in all, like, I want my joints to be good. I want my alignment to be good. So, like, what's going to be better off for me? So I'm not gonna take like much of a rest at all. You just like jump right in, like superset, and just make the weights work for me. That's what I gotta do, you know? Okay, I look back at that lat pull down. My back is not straight. But it's just so funny. It's really funny. Like, I mean, I wouldn't think that you could like tell in my muscle development that I have like this misalignment in my back. But it's like when I'm lifting, that's the thing. That reveals like all the things, all of those things that, anyways, it is what it is. I'm not gonna stress over it, but you can see, and I'm just sharing this. Part of me is like, I don't even want to post that because people are gonna think like, oh, something's wrong with her, something's wrong with her back. Anyways, it is what it is. I told you I'm, trying to get some answers and trying to figure out certain things with, because I'm not trying to be, look, I don't, fast forward 30 years from now and I'm like 65 or 70 and I'm all like not feeling well, hurting, bent over. Just, no, we're not doing that. We're just not doing that. And I encourage you guys to, if you think there's something going on, check it out. No matter what it is, honestly speaking, like, So, all right, let me keep going. All right, that's pretty much it, y'all. I mean, as time goes on, I'm gonna be kind of just figuring out what exercises work well for me and not trying to overdo it, not trying to strain, not trying to overcompensate, and all of the things that we just talked about. So I'll catch you next time. We'll talk more about it. Okay, bye.